of town. Acadia is above the fog line on the mountain. It's a bit
Bring
of
it
a
on,
hike.
Island.
You might want
I
to
can
take
take
this
it.
for the road.
Old Longfellow knows what
Tastes
he's about.
foul as sin, but it'll help. We need to move through the main Old Mountain Trail is where we're. The fog ain't like nothing we've seen in the Commonwealth. Mainlanders think a dose of Radaway is all you need. Tracks, fresh ones. Trappers ahead. When the bullets start flying, find cover. Keep your head down if you want to live.
Trappers, huh? You know, I was thinking, maybe we shouldn't take what that guy in the bar said lightly. After all, I did say this place makes the Commonwealth look almost easy. Man, I sure am loving this gun already. Okay, and that must be all of them then. Might as well loot these guys, though. Seems like they do have some pretty cool looking outfits and armor. Yeah, coastal armor. And this guy had some big old shoulders, too. Oh, and some leather armor, too. Yeah, I think I'm more interested in the lobster armor and trapper armor. The other stuff we should probably just leave behind. Refills your action points? I'm pretty sure that's exactly like what the one we have does. Alright, Longfellow.
You're not half bad in a scrap. Figured I'd have to take care of a lot of them. Might just make a proper Far Harborman out of you.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
See, the fog can do a number on you. Get you all turned around. Does something to your brain. Trappers were mean to begin with.
You know, it does seem like we're passing quite a few places. It could be worth checking out, so maybe we ought to come back later and see what those things have to offer.
There's gotcha.
And although we have quite a bit of material back at the Commonwealth, over here in Far Harbor we really don't have much, do we? Which is really going to make modding up our weapons quite a challenge. So I guess we ought to pick up everything we can get.
Here's the mountain trail. We stick to this and we'll make it to Acadia. Game trails crisscross the road, so don't be surprised if we got local wildlife to deal with.
Local wildlife, huh? Probably something more along the lines of a Mirelurk Queen.
extra mean on the island. Still got a ways to go.
Yeah, as dark and menacing as this place is, I gotta say, it really does have a strange beauty to it.
Hear that? Crawler. They usually stick to the deep fog. Best we steer clear. But you never know.
Yeah, I may just have to take your advice on that one.
When I was a young lad, no higher than your knee, the whole island was covered in fog. The fog eventually rolled back. People resettled. But they got comfortable. Started taking things for granted. Folk got short memories. All this has happened before.
Yeah, I wonder where exactly that thing came from. Because it really did not sound far off, did it?
We ain't alone here. Found you!
Oh, here's some more of those gulpers. Yeah, that wasn't too much of a challenge, although I'm pretty certain neither of these creatures weren't what made that noise. Because whatever we heard
someone should make use of it.
definitely sounded a lot bigger. Hang on there, Longfellow. Gotta check around here a bit more. Alright, and last but not least, what's in the outhouse? Nothing really?
Gulper's got a fondness for fresh water. A small gulper, like the ones in these parts, is a fair challenge. Now the big ones, they can grow 2-3 times the size of a man. Good thing you don't see too many of them around.
So he's saying those weren't the big ones? That may not be a good sign.
Well, what's next?
Oh, a lucky hunting rifle. So critical shots do double damage. Oh, and the critical meter fills 15% faster. Yeah, I do like the sound of this one. Not sure if it's as good as Reba 2, but it could be worth a try. Yeah, there's actually quite a few other locations around here, aren't there?
Gentle Adam. Hold there. Stringing one more soul to their damnation, old man?
Well, what have we here? Another rat worshipping lunatic. That's what.
Your barbs do not harm me. I am shielded by my faith.
How about bullets? Faith shield you against those too?
Do you two know each other?
Who's she?
One of them children of Adam preachers started off as pests. Now they're more like a menace.
Do not sully this one with your blasphemy, old man. You. I suggest you go no further. Acadia is a nest of snakes. Beasts that subvert the will of Adam.
Is that the only reason I should stay away?
What's Acadia done to make you distrust them?
They supply Far Harbor with the means to turn back Adam's holy fog. You do well to avoid such creatures, and instead seek the only true master of this land.
Yeah, whatever you say.
Yeah, whatever you say.
Watch yourself, outsider. You walk through Adam's kingdom now.
If you're done wasting time with a fanatic, let's move on. Up ahead, the air is clean. No fog. Acadia's not too far now.
Alright, finally. Seems like that was more than enough radiation for one day. Wow, check this place out. It's a lot bigger than I was expecting. That's for sure. Question is, what else does it have to offer? Because that child of Adam did say there were supposedly more monsters up here. Although I'm not too certain how true that statement was.
Right. Acadia's already been watching us for a good spell. If you want to talk with them, just go inside. They'll be waiting for you. You need my help again, you come see me. Got a cabin just outside of Far Harbor. Good place to tool up your gear, get some rest, or get stinking drunk. Just make sure if you're bringing a bottle of something strong, there's enough to share.
Alright, maybe I'll see you later then. Or you know, you could come with me now. Seems like you might know this place a bit better than Valentine. Who knows, it could be better for us to split up.
You should come with me. I could still use your help.
All right. Why the hell not? Beats drinking alone.
Alright, Valentine, I guess I'll send you back to the Red Rocket truck stop. Oh, he does not look happy. I think this is better for the both of us, though.
You know, when I first climbed this mountain above the fog, I thought to myself, now here is a metaphor worth taking in. You've entered a place of clarity, understanding, peace. While you're here in Acadia, Synthkind welcomes you as long as you welcome us.
And who exactly are you?
What are you?
I told you. I'm the old synth on the mountain. I know the plastic skin and tubes out the back can be unsettling, but I want to ask you to look past that. Tell me why you're here and I'll try to help you.
Well, trust me. You've got nothing to worry about. I am used to seeing synthetics like you. In fact, I just sent one away. But the two of us were looking for Kasumi.
I came here looking for Kasumi Nakano.
Really? I'm impressed. Few would brave the kind of journey you've had for the sake of someone else. Kasumi is here. She's safe and unharmed, and you're free to see her if you'd like. Before you do, though, tell me, do you think Kasumi is a synth?
I'm honestly not too sure. But does that really matter?
Who or what she is isn't important.
But it is. It's everything. Imagine just looking at your own hands and having to wonder, was I born with these, or were they manufactured? None of us take this transition lightly. She's facing the possibility of her entire life being a lie, that someone stripped her very identity from her and made her into something she isn't. I want you to understand that before you see her. She has a chance here to live as a synth, not hiding, not pretending to be something else. One more question, if you'll indulge me. You're here for Kasumi, but I suspect there could be another reason you came to us. Tell me, are you a synth?
No. Definitely not.
I'm a human being, not a synth.
Are you sure? I don't mean to question you, but what's the first memory you have?
Of my son, Sean?
I was with my wife. We were getting ready for the day. I had to take care of my boy, Sean. And, well, a lot's happened since then.
But no memories before then? No childhood? Your first best friend? Your first kiss? That's usually a sign. Data is easy to migrate, but feelings, that's a hard thing to transfer into another mind. Isn't it funny how a memory can feel like a whole different reality? People, places, even sounds and colors can change. Or someone else has changed them. I won't lie to you. There will always be other explanations. Trauma, disease, the background radiation. They all take their toll on the mind. But I can promise you that you will be accepted here. Whatever you decide is true for yourself.
Alright, Tin Man, listen up. I'm not a robot. I'm just here to help.
I've heard enough. Where's Kasumi Nakano?
Of course. Kasumi is usually working down below. You can see her whenever you like. Acadia is open to you. Feel free to walk the grounds. Introduce yourself to my co-founders, Faraday and Chase. Did you need anything else before you go?
You know, now that I'm here, I am a bit curious to know what your story is.
Who are you? What's your story?
I came to this island over a century ago, hiding from my creators, the Institute. But after my escape felt secured, I was left with nothing. No programmed task. No false memories. I spent a year just sitting in a cave. Just sitting. One day, it finally occurred that maybe I could decide for myself what to do, who I was. I've been doing that ever since. Was there anything else?
No, I think that should be all. Although maybe you should know that the Institute has been destroyed.
You should know the Institute has been destroyed.
What? It's over? No more courser hunts? No more slavery? But that also means the technology to make the synths is lost. Our origins have been buried. Not to mention the loss of human life. Sorry. I'm not going to judge the actions of someone who's wiped out a great evil. You have our gratitude. Is there anything else you need?
Well, I am in the railroad, if that means anything to you.
I'm part of a group that helps synths. The railroad.
Really? I don't understand why a group dedicated to helping synths would convince them through fear that their only option is to hide. Yes, they volunteer for the memory wipe. Yes, not knowing you're a synth makes it harder for the Institute to find you. But the cost, I know how frightening it is. The risk of capture. But sacrificing what you are, avoiding the true struggle to be accepted as our own form of life?
Okay, you do have a point there. But do you want our help or not?
Are you saying you don't want the railroad's help?
It's not about that. It's about how you've let fear blind your cause.
Then I guess I'm sorry.
I hadn't thought about it like that. I'm sorry.
So am I. Your heart is in the right place, and it's unfair of me to judge, while I enjoy relative safety from so far away. Was there anything else I can do for you?
No, that should be everything.
I should get going.
Of course.
Perhaps we're in there a long time. Are you feeling all right?
I'm fine. You worry too much.
Sometimes I feel like you don't worry enough. You know we blew 3 more relays this week. I'm coming in. You stay right there.
Man, I really do have mixed feelings about him. I mean, he is nice and he does have some good evidence for a lot of his points, but then again, towards the beginning of our conversation, it seemed like he was almost trying to trick us into thinking we might be a synthetic.
I was having a hard enough time keeping up with repairs before all this nonsense with the atom lunatics.
They're nothing you need to be concerned about.
It's not them. I'm concerned about you, Dima. You can't solve all the world's problems. Certainly not all at once.
Dearest Faraday, relax. All will be fine.
So, you've talked to Dima. You know why we're here. I certainly hope that you'll consider helping us. Dima's vision is worth fighting for.
Yeah, maybe. But then again, maybe I'm not the one to say.
It's not really any of my concern.
No, I suppose it's not. Still, though, we could use the help. Dima especially. He's put so much of himself into this. All his time and energy devoted to helping others. He never stops to think of himself. Sometimes I worry about... well, if I wasn't here to make sure his equipment is all functional. And that's not even mentioning maintaining the fog condensers. So many things to keep track of.
So you do all this work alone then?
You do all this work yourself?
Mostly, yes. I get help from the others when I can. But no one else really understands Dima the way I do.
And what exactly are these condensers?
Can you tell me about the fog condensers?
Oh, those? Dima and I designed them when it became clear the fog was only getting worse. They're effective, but have such a limited range. Dima insisted we provide them to the people of Far Harbor, and I'm so glad we did. Without the condensers, I'm not sure they'd have anywhere left.
Alright. I don't see why I can't help then.
If there's anything I can do to help out, just let me know.
Well, if you're determined to help, there is something you could do. It's likely somewhat dangerous, though, so I understand if you'd rather not. There's a boat along the coast of the island. It was transporting some hardware we needed. Storage drives. The boat never finished the trip, you see, so the drives are still out there. I could really use them here for extra parts, if nothing else. My understanding is that the boat wrecked southwest of here, so does this sound like something you could handle?
Like I said, I don't see why not. But it would be nice to know what happened.
What happened to the boat? Why didn't it make it?
The island is dangerous, after all, but I really could use the spare parts. So, will you find them?
I'll see what I can do.
Sure thing, Faraday. I'll get the drives for you.
Thank you. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, once again, it just seems like there's something these people are not telling us. But let's hurry up and get downstairs. See what's going on down there. Oh, wow. Yeah, this really is a whole town down here, isn't it?
I assume you're not planning on staying long.
Is there a problem here?
Is there a problem with my being here?
Maybe. Maybe not. Acadia is only as secure as we make it. We take unnecessary risks, we get careless, and things can go bad. Fast. If there's a synth who needs a safe place, then we take them in. Let them live as a synth, without fear. You don't fit that description. That makes you an unnecessary risk. It's nothing personal. Minimizing our contact with outsiders is just practical.
Okay. Then what can I do to change your mind?
Is there anything I can say or do to change your mind?
Just don't cause any problems.
Sounds fair enough. And you must be Kasumi.
Kasumi Nakano?
Sorry, I'm right in the middle of something.
What exactly are you working on here?
What's that you're working on?
Just trying to cobble some pre-war junk into something usable. Now, do you mind telling me what you're doing here?
I actually came here because of your parents.
Your parents sent me. They want you to come home.
They did what? You came all this way for me.
Went to some trouble, in fact. Took a walk through the fog to find you.
Look, my mom and dad, I mean, those people that were taking care of me, they wouldn't want me back. Not if they knew the truth.
The truth? And what exactly is that?
What do you mean?
I'm not their daughter. I'm a synth. I thought if I just left, it would be easier for them. How would that conversation have gone anyway? I've been lying to you this whole time? Your real daughter is dead and I replaced her?
Are you sure you're not just confused? It seems like that synthetic upstairs may just be manipulating you.
Kasumi, I think you're just confused. Everyone has doubts about who they are sometimes. It's part of life.
I really wish that was true. If I wasn't a synth, things would be so much simpler. Acadia isn't what I thought it was. There's more going on here than just the refuge. But I can't leave until I've gotten to the bottom of it. I've been running long enough.
What's this problem you're talking about?
What kind of problem is there in Acadia?
It's a long story. I just have to figure out how to... Wait, you find things. Track down answers. That's what you do, right? That's why you came after me. What if I told you that there's a secret? A big secret here, on this island. Something way more important than just one lost girl.
Any guesses on what it could be?
What are you talking about?
Where to begin? You saw all those computers that Dima's hooked up to, right? They hold his memories, or offload data from his brain. Or maybe some combination of both? Well, Faraday asked me to help do some repairs on them, and, you know, I got curious. There's like a century's worth of life experiences in there, and that's when I see it. Data models Dima has been making. One was the fog taking over Far Harbor. Another was a nuclear detonation on the island. Plus, death counts. What if Dima is so open and welcoming because he's actually hiding something from us? A plan to wipe out the rest of the island.
Dima turning on Far Harbor? Now that would be cause for concern.
Yeah, I sure knew something wasn't right about that guy. I don't blame you for not trusting him.
I'll help if I can. But that's not much to go on.
I know. I've been working on that, but I haven't had much luck. I keep seeing Dima, Faraday, and Chase head into the laboratory at the other end of the hall. Then they come out later looking like they've been arguing. There's actually a storage space right next to there. It'd be a perfect spot to hide and eavesdrop. But it's been locked up. I've also tried breaking into Faraday's terminal, since he and Dima are so close, but the security on it is crazy.
Okay, well, both of those don't seem like anything I can't get through. I'm sure I can find something out.
I'll figure this out. Just stay here.
Okay. Good luck, and come back as soon as you've found anything.
Whatever we find out, I hope there's a way to make some caps out of it.
Yeah, me too, Longfellow. Me too. So really quickly, guys, which one was this? The data storage, Acadia Ideals, or was it this one? Yeah, it must be this. This is crazy though, we're only
Completely fried.
a little bit into this thing and we've already got at least 5 new quests.
Acadia's far away enough from the Institute that we don't have to worry, right?
Man, oh man. Yeah, that sure was a pain in the ass.
Wouldn't mind learning that trick myself.
Well, stay alive for long enough and maybe I can teach you. Alright, there's one. Oh, and there's Dima and that scientist we saw earlier.
We need to accomplish this without bloodshed. Far Harbor and the children of Adam have a right to exist on this island, the same as us.
They're going to kill each other, Dima. There's no stopping it. We need to pick a side now.
Haven't we already picked a side? Building the fog condensers around Far Harbor wasn't exactly a neutral act.
We couldn't stand by and let the people of this island die to the fog.
Just like you couldn't just leave the Cult of Adam without a home? Giving them the submarine base was a mistake. The nucleus, as they're calling it, is basically one big fortified position.
Far Harbor had cast them out. They have strange beliefs, but they have always accepted us for what we are. And Confessor Martin was a friend.
Well, the new Confessor isn't. High Confessor Tectus is an unstable megalomaniac, and he's gonna keep threatening us as long as we're helping Far Harbor.
Guys, can we talk about the elephant in the room? We keep dancing around it.
My old memory banks in the submarine base.
I can't believe you never told me about those. I have to wait until they become a security risk.
I know how it looks in hindsight, but at the time, it was an act of trust. I was honestly more worried they'd accidentally trip the pre-war security and get hurt. Giving the children my old home, allowing them to safeguard my old memories. I thought our people would be working together.
Just how secure are the banks? How long do we have? And what's in them?
I've gone over this before, Chase. I don't know what's in them. That's how it works. It's as close to forgetting something as I have. But I've run some projections of worst-case scenarios. If we do nothing and the wrong knowledge falls in the wrong hands...
So send me over there. I'll be in and out in a day.
We can't risk it. They know you're from Acadia. If you're caught, or even seen, then it's war.
We should at least prepare her to go in. We're running out of options. I say we tell her how to crack into the memory banks.
You've been working on this without me?
It came up in a private moment, Chase. But yes, we've been writing a program that will let you access and download my memories. It's not going to be like a normal hack. You'll be breaking through a version of my own mental network. It'll consider you to be an intruder. I've loaded the program with some instructions I've recorded that will help guide you through it. I'm afraid it's difficult to explain without seeing it for yourself.
I'm finishing up some tweaks to the program right now. I'll leave a copy of it for you on my desk when I'm done.
Get the program, use it to break into the memory banks. Got it.
Hopefully you won't have to. We'll keep monitoring the situation. I only want you going in if we have no other choice.